The canvas and the paintbrush. How did they come about? The canvas and the paintbrush came about by me being the canvas and the paintbrush is my dreams and goals. What happened was, let me just share a little bit about my story. I'm number 8 of 11 kids. When I was 3, my mother passed away. 3 things started happening to me. The first thing was I started losing my sight. The second thing was I started losing my hearing, then my speech. I said 3, so let me make it 4. The 4th thing, I was falling behind in school. So as I was falling behind in school, they found out that a moth had gotten into my left ear and was eating half my eardrum. So that was causing me to lose my speech and my hearing. Well, when that happened, I was at Johns Hopkins for 3 months. So I missed the first quarter of school. When I went back, I was no longer talking, I was withdrawing and not talking to anyone. They decided public school wasn't for me, so they put me to a different school, a school with kids who had handicap, the spiritual handicap. And they realized that wasn't for me. So my sister was like, then what are we going to do? So they put me back in public school, but I still wasn't talking to anything. So what started happening in the 4th grade, I was picked on, bullied, and everything else. The teacher told my sister I was not going to be able to function in society. Moving forward, in high school, I met my first love, fell in love, and then I was abused, mentally and physically. Every other day, this person abused me. He said things to me, he fought me and everything. So my self-esteem was low. But what happened was, I started believing whatever everyone said, I wasn't going to make it, I wasn't going to be able to do this or do that. And I decided that, you know what, I am the canvas. I am a blank canvas, and a blank canvas has unlimited possibilities. And I have the paintbrush in my hand. Even though I felt that way, but part of me was still scared to pursue my dreams and my goals. And what happened after that was 20 years later, I'm at the nail salon and I meet a young lady. She just graduated from high school, and she told me her story. And I was talking to her, and she said, you know what, I just got a scholarship to the University of Virginia. And I was like, oh, I'm so excited, but she said, I don't want to go there. And I was like, why you don't want to go there? She said, because my boyfriend is not going there. And I was like, wow, but if I was your mother, I would cheer you to go there and implore you, please go there, young lady. And she went on to tell me, I said, I want to give you a compliment. You're a beautiful young lady. And she looked at me and she said, why don't I see what you see? And I said, what do you see? And she went on to tell me, she said, this is what I see. She said, I've been abused mentally, physically. My mom left me. Don't no one care. I was told I'm not good enough. Well, y'all, 20 years later, that was my story. And I'm sitting here listening to telling another young lady how to see herself as the canvas and the paintbrush. There's 3 things about the canvas. First of all, the canvas is blank. The second thing, the paintbrush is your goal and your dream. The third thing, the color is your attitude. As I talked to that young lady, I realized I had to make a difference. So by me doing all this and speaking with her and everything, I decided in my late 30s, I was going to go back to school and get my degree and finish school. And that everyone who told me that I wasn't enough or wasn't going to do it, I could do it. And I decided I was going to paint the picture different and everything. Was it hard? It was very, very hard. But I thank that young lady that I spoke with, because you know what, y'all? This is what happened. I started painting a picture, a beautiful picture. I painted everything someone said that I couldn't do, I turned around doing it. And I thank God that I did, because now not only did I get my degree, I have my own business. I'm helping other women find their purpose in life. And it's just so relaxing. So the canvas, what I'm saying to you, you are a canvas, you are blank, unlimited possibility, paint on your canvas. Use your vision for whatever you want it to be, no matter what anyone say to you. In you is a seed of greatness. Paint that picture that you desire. You are the artist of your life, you are the masterpiece. Don't let no one tell you anything different ever again going forward. So when you see your vision and you don't understand, it's that thing that's deep in you that you really, truly want to do. But also realize the vision is just a determined spot where you're going to walk and where you're going to go. That's all. It's just going to help you get there. You share your vision with others. As I did, I started sharing my vision with this person, and all of a sudden, before you knew it, I had a scholarship to go to Howard Community College, and all, because I shared my vision. And my vision is, I wanted to help women who was in domestic violence. I wanted them to come out of it, to know that there is hope on the other side, that you don't have to stay there. And I helped them. I started volunteering at Domestic Violence Hotline in Howard County, and just helping young girls and women all over the place in the state of Maryland to know there is a hope out there, there is a difference out there. That's what God had created me for. And I also want to say that even though that I'm a victim of domestic violence, was a victim of domestic violence, because I don't carry that title anymore, there is hope out there for anyone. So as I told that young lady, and I'm going to say it to you guys, you are a canvas. You are a blank canvas. Use that canvas. Paint anything you want on it. When I started taking my paintbrush and painting, I realized I had to use some primer first to get rid of everything that someone said to me, everything. And it's still, sometimes I still struggle with that. But that paintbrush now that I use bold colors. I use orange. I use red. I use purple. Red is for boldness. Purple is for royalty. And orange just because I look good on it. And I was like, you know, as I started and everything, I had my son in my late 30s, I had Joshua, and I was like, Lord, what am I going to do with the baby? Here I am, feeling not good enough again. But God was letting me know I am good enough, and I can do all things, not some things, but all things. And I also want to tell you about the paintbrush. The paintbrush is really your dreams and goals. Your goals are going to help you see, your dreams are going to help you see reality. Your goals are going to make them possible. So when you're setting goals, set big goals, not small goals, big goals, whatever you want to do. Don't let no one limit you. When I started setting goals, I have a board called I Am. I am this, I am courageous, I am a millionaire, not yet. And I keep saying I am. I look at that every day, but every time I say I am, it seems like I get closer to what I'm supposed to be doing. The next thing is the colors. I talk about using bold colors. Use bold colors on your canvas. Whatever color is bold for you, make you feel good, use that. I like black and everything, but on my canvas, I didn't want to put black on there. And the reason why I didn't want to put black on my canvas is because black signifies sadness and everything. But look at me here now, y'all. Look good in this black dress, don't I? And so it's not really sadness when you put black on your canvas. So what I learned is whatever color that you want to put on your canvas, put on your canvas. It's your canvas. It's you who it's going to make your dream come true. Number 3, with colors is attitude. It all depends on your attitude. I had to change the way I was thinking, the way I was acting, and all. And I was like, okay, if my teacher told my sister I wasn't going to function in society, I'm talking and I'm doing this. My old boyfriend told me I wasn't good enough. Now, my sister was telling me you can do this. I had to change my attitude starting here within. So what I did was I started using colors and stuff to change my attitude. And I was like, because I wanted to go forward and do what I was supposed to be doing, no matter what it was going to take and all. And I look back now and say, you know what? I am a business owner. When I was 9 years old, I wanted to be an entrepreneur. Today, I am an entrepreneur. When I was in my 20s and everything, I started school and everything. I met a guy at the Volkswagen dealer. I would never forget what he said to me. I was going to Howard County at the time. And he said to me, you're going to be able to accomplish anything you wanted to accomplish. I was studying for accounting at the time. And y'all, when he said that, something lifted up in me. But I have to tell you, that semester, I failed accounting. But what he said to me that I could do anything, I went on to finish and graduated Howard County and went on to University of Baltimore because I realized I had dreams and I had goals, and I'm the canvas, and I create the life that I want to create. Can't no one else create it for me. No one. I just want to share your story with a young man that I met named Jay. I met Jay when Jay was 9 years old. Jay had this big smile on his face. He wanted to be an NBA basketball player. I would never forget Jay. He played basketball all the time, night and day. Jay, and I was like, oh, Jay's going to be a basketball player and stuff. Jay woke up one Saturday morning. He was crying. His mom called me. I said, what's going on? She said, Jay's really upset. And he realized he wasn't going to be a basketball player. She said, Davene, what do I say to him? I said, tell him he could do anything he wants, but all his life. When this happened, he was in the 9th grade when he realized that. But his whole life, he just knew he was going to be a basketball player. And he had skills, but his skills just wasn't to that next level. And I said to Jay, I said, you can do anything you want to do. He said, but I don't know what I wanted to do. Jay graduated from Long Beach High School, went on to go to University of Maryland. And when I look at Jay now, y'all, he worked for ESPN. His dream of basketball playing did not happen, but guess what did happen? He's the PR for them. He travels, he meets NBA players all over the place, all over the world. He meets MLB players, NFL players. He's doing something that he knew he couldn't do. And I told him then, I said, you took that paintbrush. Even though you couldn't be a basketball player, you took the paintbrush and you started painting a different picture for yourself. He said, Miss Davene, I don't know how this happened, but I'm glad it happened. He said, no. The other last week, 2 weeks ago, Jay got the chance to meet Oprah Winfrey. He took his clients there. So what I'm saying is, even though your dream might not be what you want it to be, you can turn it around. As the saying say, take that lemon and make lemonade. Do not settle. Whatever y'all do, young people, please do not settle. Reach for the stars. Even if you don't shoot for that moon, but get that star that you want to be. Please, whatever you do, I plead with you. Thank you, and have a good day.